What up? Hi.
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing? Special Saturday night version of the UWO podcast, and unfortunately, it's just us two. Eddie busy.
Yeah, he working.
Yeah, working, getting money and shit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Everybody shipping shit. Everybody ain't here. I'm Kyle Chapman. This is Brian Lopes.
What's happening, everyone?
And this is UWO podcast. If you couldn't tell, it's like right here.
Yeah, it's the big thing right there.
I look like a floating fucking head right now, just so you know.
Yeah, I got a shave.
Yeah.
All spots are shiny right now. Shining like a motherfucker today.
Pretty much. We missed last week, and Mother Nature's fickle, so we couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, snowstorm.
Dude, like, Why is there always some snow whenever we gonna go live? Like,
I mean, it is December, and we live in New England.
yeah, but that usually doesn't come around until February.
Yeah, but supposedly this year it's supposed to be cold as shit.
Yeah, duh.
So that's the that's the worst part. It's like, oh,
That's
shit.
the worst kept secret. What I gotta do is walk outside and Elsa and Sub-Zero whoop your ass.
Pretty much.
But anyway, let's get into some stuff from wrestling.
All right. Where do you want to start off? Because we have a whole week worth of shit that we really didn't touch on, but there's some things that I think need to be addressed.
Yeah, we can start off with. You want to start there?
We might as well. Let's just come out firing.
Put him on the damn mat. All right. This man, Mr. Forticulture.
Yeah.
Mr. The WWE's racist, and I'm not going there anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm out. Call me Super ACH. Don't forget the Super Bitch. This guy. Remember this guy?
Oh, yeah, I know him. I know him very well.
I would just like to reiterate something that said Gosper, let him know on Twitter. And this is something that I really, really, really want to tell him as well. Mm-hmm. The fucking world does not revolve around you, bruh.
Thank you.
Dude, at some point, let it go. You chose your path to get the hell out of WWE. You're out of WWE, and you're still on this BS.
What's going on, Jabari?
Still on this BS. Dude, there are other people in this world beside you, believe it or not.
Facts. True facts.
Dude, at some point, just shut the hell up. No, but seriously though, even when the incident first happened with the T-shirt, myself included, I was pretty much like, dude, come on, this is a little much. You know what I mean? Like,
100% agree.
But now, you played your cards. You got out of the situation that you felt was a bad situation. Mm-hmm. You got into MLW. You got a match. I can't remember off the top of my head with who. Damn, I can't remember.
Who?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, you got into MLW. You got yourself a nice little chunk of change going there. Mm-hmm. You're about to get back into the wrestling world and prove what you can do. And there's not enough people kissing your ass, so you're out. You're just going to take your ball and go home. Yeah. You're just going to cower out like a little punk. Mm-hmm. You're going to miss the hashtag for the culture and then quit on the culture that you just tried to big up.
Yeah.
Is that the guy we're talking about here?
I believe so.
Oh, all right. Every nice thing that I said about ACH, I take back. Have at it. Have a field day. Whoop his ass online.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here's the deal with ACH from my perspective, right? All right. First things first. When you get a job, and this isn't just pro wrestling, this is just anywhere in the world. What's happening, Jabari? I see you. When you have a job, right? Your job has rules and standards, right?
Yeah.
So if you steal from your job, what happens?
I go to jail for 5 years and get a $500,000 fine that I need to pay.
There you go. So are you ever going to steal?
Man, no.
No. I mean, voicing frustration, totally okay with that. What's going on, Brian? We see everybody in the chat. Sorry, the setup's a little weird today.
What's going on, everybody in the chat? First off, what's up, Vic? What's up, Corey? What's up? Hi, Dominique. What's up going on, Jabari? What's up, Chad? Whoa, Chad's in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Chad?
Oh, by the way, Dominique swears like a sailor.
She does?
Yeah, we play Call of Duty together.
I'm so proud of her.
So we're gonna talk about the Call of Duty shit later, but she does swear like a sailor.
Good.
Yeah, but like if you have a job, right?
Yeah.
Your boss is your boss. He's the person paying you, right? You're disgruntled. You don't want to be there. You have the right to leave.
Yep.
And you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
But understand, when you leave that job, your shit's done. You're over and done with. Bye-bye. You got your way out of WWE. Cool. Understand that. And trust me, I'm with you 110% with the T-shirt shit. It's bullshit. Yeah. It's fucked up. It was racist as hell in my eyes.
Yeah, and they took it, and not for nothing, I got to say this. Haven't said that. WWE didn't owe the fans an apology.
Yeah.
The fans were buying the T-shirts, actually. They had a few orders. Mm-hmm. They owed you an apology if you felt offended, and they did such to the best of my knowledge, but you chose to continue on that path and get out of there, despite being called every type of bitch and handling the situation wrong by Booker T, basically. Let's just paraphrase what Booker T.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's just paraphrase, all right?
Yeah.
You decided to take your ball and go. That's your choice, homie.
Yeah, it was your choice. And you know something? Like he said, it was for the culture. I'm okay with that. Totally fine, whatever. But then this is the problem when you say shit like that for the culture, right? What culture are you representing? Are you trying to represent black people?
I think so.
Okay, so you're trying to represent black people, right?
Yeah.
So as a black person, and us being, of urban African American descent.
I'm Irish.
I thought you were, what's it called? The photo thing. I forgot the term you used for it.
Silhouette?
No. It was something else. It was like
Unlock character.
Yeah, either or.
Ace of Spades.
But you get what I'm saying.
Black as motherfucker.
But no. But all right. So you want to talk about representing for the culture, right?
Yeah.
So your representation of the culture is if you don't get what you want from the people who are paying you to do what you were supposed to do, you're gonna cry and bitch, claim racism, all this other shit, right?
Yeah.
And then not only for the culture, you're breaking down another professional wrestler of the same African American descent in Jay Lethal because he slapped the shit out you. And then you supposedly hit him back.
He's an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, you're calling him an Uncle Tom. If anything, that's the man representing my culture.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston is representing my culture.
All day.
The guy who sat there, fought for 11 years in the company, who did anything and everything he could, swallowing whatever bullshit they gave him. Every time he had a push, they pulled the shit back.
And then they gave him a great push, and again, in 8 seconds, just said.
But you know something? He got that push.
Yeah.
He has that moment.
Oh,
He's the first African American to say he won a World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania in WWE.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That, for me, is for the culture.
Yeah.
Like, we can go outside of WWE. Mr. Eric Dyson, the professor. That guy's for the culture.
Okay.
You can say Stephen A. Smith. That guy's for the
Fuck
culture.
Stephen A. Smith.
How about them Cowboys?
Fuck Stephen A.
Boy,
Smith.
that shit on Friday had me dying. But guys like him, or the guy who used to be our president before this guy got into office.
Mr. Barack Obama?
Yeah, that guy.
Who was class handled 8 years of some bullshit?
Who dealt with racism and swallowed that shit, did his job.
He also wear a tan suit. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that I want representing my culture.
Right.
The people who say, fuck the bullshit you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not only am I going to not claim racism on you, because you can say whatever the fuck you want to me, because in person, it's what it is, but I'm going to go past your expectations. You think I'm this? Fuck you. I'm going to do this. That's the type of people I want representing my culture.
Sure.
And shout out to Shad Gaspar, who G-checked the shit out of him.
He did exactly what I swear. I wish I knew how to tweet. Mm-hmm. I know. I go on there and I read the tweets and shit like that.
Yeah, we have I handle the social media for us.
He got the social media shit. Facebook, I know all day. I know how to post statuses, all that other shit.
Yeah.
All of these hashtags and DRLs and TRLs and LOLs and all that other shit, that's not me. But, however, I do like to go on and read shit, right? And 99% of what everybody was telling this dude is absolutely true. And I got to quote Mr. Eddie Ortiz on this, man. We do a lot of back and forth in our own little group chats on our phones and shit.
Yep.
But Eddie Ortiz said this guy is actually, it's got to be that he's either needs mental health help.
Yeah.
Or he needs attention.
Yes. It's
You know
one or
what
the
I mean?
other.
It's just one or the other. And at this point, I've just got to say, if your head's together, kid, again, repeating, world don't revolve around you, son.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. This is not a knock on the guy's athletic ability, his skill in the ring. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Don't forget the super bitch.
Yeah, I'm a huge ACH fan.
Yes, you know.
You know what I'm saying? I love ACH as a fan. I respect the shit out of him. But this whole shit, it's like, dude, you're crying for help now. You know
Seriously.
what I'm saying? And honest to God, and this isn't a knock on the dude, I pray to God you get help. If you got to see a psychiatrist, do that. If you got to go see some people in the hospitals, whatever, get that shit taken care of. Look at Cass. Look at Big Cass right now.
Yeah, Big Cass did. Applaud. Congrats, Cass.
Yeah, shout out to Big Cass for the shit he's going through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
hell, look at Soul Train Jones.
Soul Train Jones.
This dude for 10 years was fucking up, damn near a slave, wasn't that?
Yeah. And think of it like this, right?
He got 2 wins in like 40 years of wrestling.
He had that $1 million belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, this guy was a butler in WWE,
Really?
and then was a butler again for the NWO.
Seriously.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's a butler now in AEW.
Yeah, now he's serving up bubbly. You know what I mean? But no, but like with all due respect, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm a huge ACH fan. I love the dude. I've seen the guy plenty of times. Careful, that rolled off. You know what I'm saying? Like I really am a fan of him. I thought they were gonna send this guy to the moon in NXT. Yeah. And for years,
dude, they had the push in order.
Everything was good. Everything was in line for this guy.
Yes.
So
the first time I actually seen him in the NXT after this thing was a fucking heavyweight title shot.
That's what I'm saying.
What else do you want?
You won a tournament.
Yeah.
You won the tournament. And you won it at an NXT show that they were doing at TakeOver. You know what I'm saying? So you won it at a grand stage. You were on the debut or the second episode of NXT on USA before the whole Monday Night War thing started, or Wednesday Night War thing started.
He's at least top 3, Brian, but continue.
For real. But you know what I mean? Like, this dude had everything going for himself, and he threw a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The cause behind the temper tantrum, I'm with him on that. The shirt was racist as fuck. But everything else after, the shit now, even after the fact that you're out the door, you're still talking shit. You're like a crazy ex-girlfriend right now. Stop it. Relax. Take some time. Focus on yourself. And then the fact you just signed a contract with MLW and say, fuck wrestling, I'm done. Fuck the promoters, fuck the fans, fuck the smarts, fuck all that.
Fuck the fans, but hashtag for the culture.
Yeah, exactly. And
fuck the fans, though.
Yeah.
Not the people who, myself included, are on a podcast saying, come on, WWE, do better.
Yeah.
People like, let's just forget about them. Yeah. People who supported you, tried to get you into wanted to see AEW. When Cody Rhodes was like, no. You know what I'm saying? We were still with you. You're in MLW. I'm in like 45 wrestling groups on Facebook. Everybody was souped about that.
Yeah, like, congratulations. As a matter of fact, Jabari, who was just in here, or is in here right now, he actually saw ACH the other day.
Okay.
And I guess they had something lined up where he was supposed to come on and do an interview, because Jabari's been doing interviews with people like Nia Jax, and shout out to the homie that's over in China right now. I can't remember his name, but he has a great dragon mask.
Okay.
And his hype video is fucking fire too. I'm gonna have Jabari try to hit me up with that and send it to me. But you know what I mean? Like, you had us behind you. The culture was behind you.
Yeah.
Like, you're showing the culture your ass right now. Like, come on, son. Like, Ed Lover would say, come on, son.
Come on, son.
Like, come on. Like, dude, you have the fans. You have the world in your palm of your hands, especially right now in pro wrestling.
Hey, Nick Thomas, we don't want to talk about dog food.
We'll talk about dog food.
We're on to next week.
But you know what I mean? Like it's a shame because, like I said, I'm a fan of this guy. He's talented as fuck. I've seen him plenty of times live in Ring of Honor. I've seen him plenty of times down here in XWA, representing Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Then you're shitting on Ring of Honor. You're shitting on a guy like Jay Lethal. Like I said, for me, that's the guy I want representing my culture.
Jay Lethal's a fucking workhorse. He's an absolute. And I gotta say this, man. Jay Lethal. This is a quote I like to use. After I heard Kevin Durant say it, I'm gonna say it. I heard Kevin Durant say it, and number one, he's a talented guy.
Yes.
All right? And,
Zombie Dragon. Thank you, Zombie Dragon. Look him up. The dude's fire.
Okay, cool. I'll go. By the way, what up, Jabbar? But it's Kevin Durant, when he first got drafted in the NBA, he said, quote that I use as my mantra in life, which is hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Exactly. Stop looking for the easy way out, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, we know you're a black man, and we know that in the black man's world, and we understand this totally. Trust me, I don't know if you noticed, but I happen to be a black man.
Hello.
That when a white man is got a cold, a black man has the flu. We understand that. Stephen A. Smith used that line. Mm-hmm. It's but at this point, Jay Lethal he did TNA for years. Reinvented himself as Black Machismo. Mm-hmm. Had one of the best I watch this shit to this day with Ric Flair. The woo off.
That shit was great.
He went to Ring of Honor, became the Ring of Honor champion, a great champion
TV
at that.
champion too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I remember him in Ring of Honor when he was Hydro.
Damn.
When he was part of a raid. This like when I tell you guys I'm a Ring of Honor fan.
Yes.
I've watched every Ring of Honor DVD before they got to HD Net because one of my boys I used to work with, my boy Sean, he's the one who really got me into it.
Yeah.
Like, and to the point where I was one of the people that actually got Ring of Honor to do a pay-per-view in Boston. This is back when they had like forums and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him as Hydro.
Damn.
Before he was even Samoa Joe's like corner guy. He was part of a rave crew. It was like a bunch of guys and girls coming out with like rave shit. I remember him back then. I remember him in FIP. I remember him going way back in the day. Lethal has cut his teeth on the indies and TNA and Ring of Honor for years. This guy's busted his ass. And you know something? ACH was on that same level. Whether you click or not with him, it's like, it is what it is. But if you're going to talk about the culture, you ain't going to, especially in a time like this, you don't want to bury another brother.
It's true.
Not at all. It's like, yo, if anything, support. Like the photo from years ago, Black Excellence, where you had every African-American guy in WWE holding titles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit you should be promoting. Not the shit, it's like, oh, they're fucking racist, fuck you, I'm out. You're saying this right after they just had the biggest title in the company given to a black man.
Yeah. And one of the biggest matches of the year. And my favorite this year.
Yeah.
I'm on record to saying that.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Daniel Bryan, that was a great fucking match.
That really was.
Dude, Daniel Bryan, is there anybody he can't wrestle with?
No.
I mean, seriously.
Trust me, I've seen him I've been watching another guy
Bryan
from Ring of Honor.
Danielson in Ring of Honor.
I pray to God he comes back as American Dragon.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Wow.
But it's like, you know, from my perspective to close off on this subject, ACH, I pray to God you get some help. I pray to God you get your shit together and hope to God that you could figure out what's going on with your life before you think of even wanting to come back to pro wrestling. Do the cast route.
At this point, I don't think he gets back into pro wrestling. Dude.
He's kind of Antonio Browning himself right now.
It's not even Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown at this point is he's established himself. Number one, number two, he's If he goes on the Patriots tomorrow, you fans, you motherfuckers are gonna be like, yeah, he's back.
Honestly, no. I personally don't want him on the team. I'm like, look.
But yes, you do. You've seen all them.
No, we need. Trust me, we need help. We need help. But no. I'm all set with that.
But I mean, at this point, there's something called this, man. There's a way of getting blackballed just as you piss somebody off, and there's a way of blackballing yourself, and you're showing the latter in a picture perfect example.
Yeah. Everybody
in pro wrestling. All right. Do you remember when the Patriots offensive coordinator went to the Indianapolis Colts?
Yes.
Got everybody ready and said, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you notice that no other team is like, hey, we want this guy as a head coach?
Yeah, no.
He did it to his fucking self.
He did. And he better pray to God Stephen Belichick don't get the head coaching job before his ass. Better pray to God that don't happen.
But dude, that's and trust me, man, I supported this dude. You know, I sat right here and was fucking pissed off at that T-shirt.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? I hate racism. I hate racism to the core. And I'm coming from a multicultural family. There's even Asian people in my family. I come from an extremely multicultural family. You know what I mean? I do not like racism. If you hate somebody because you hate that person as a person, their character as a person, that's cool.
That's my perspective.
Fuck that dude. But if you're gonna hate someone for something they have absolutely no control over, like the amount of melanin in their motherfucking skin, that's just, you're a dumbass. It's just true, man.
And one other thing, really quick, to put like a bow on this situation, you knew who you were gonna go work for.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about the history of WWE and racism, it appears to be there.
Kai and Tai.
You got Kai and Tai. Remember the Nation?
Yeah.
You know, they were a black militant group. Ahmed Johnson. Hell, you had Akeem the African Dream.
First off,
like we're not gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Coco.
I can't believe you just brought up Akeem.
We can't talk about Coco.
Dr. Style.
Slick. Okay, no, Slick was the man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. If y'all hate on Slick, fuck you, all right?
The Doctor of
He is down so bro.
Down so
bro. But like, you knew where you were going.
That bitch Jerry Curl was on board.
The Soul Glow. The Soul Glow. Boy, that shit was on fire. But I'm saying, like, you knew where you were going. You know it's a machine. It's not. You're not going to the independents anymore. You're going to a professional, like, organization. What up, Eddie? Eddie's in the chat right now.
Eddie.
Where
are you, Eddie?
I know he's still running. But a Junkyard Dog. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Brian. Junkyard Dog. A black man who was talking about, you know, grab them cakes and bopping his legs.
Brown.
Bad News Brown. Oh, Bad News Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Bad News Brown.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you knew where you were going. And you're going to go in there, cause a stink, and then come out looking worse than the situation than what you did going into it. So,
it's... Yeah, ACH, Jordan Myles, whatever you want to call yourself these days, bro, listen. I just said that you ain't got no chance to get back. I mean, I hope you do.
The Godfather, thank you. I just saw that, Nick. The Godfather. This man was a pimp.
First of all, he wasn't a pimp. He was not a pimp. He was an employer of hoes. He gave hoes the opportunity to make money. He was a temporary agency, my brother.
And the fact is, I love the fact that he legitimately runs strip clubs.
He really does.
Saba Simba. Holy shit, that's another one.
Damn.
Tony Atlas. What the hell was that?
Kamala.
Yeah, but that was pre-WWE. That gimmick was made before WWE.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, you knew what you was getting into.
Let me see if I can think of any more racist gimmicks.
Well, Too Cold Scorpio wasn't racist, but Flash Funk, boy.
Shucking and jiving, boy.
Fucking long ass V, like thing right there with the shiny stuff, looking like a Diddy video.
Oh man! So, wow. All right, yeah, we're going down.
Yes. Oh, Ahmed Johnson promos. Yeah, it's another one.
What the fuck did you just say?
That was
that was dude. Ahmed Johnson and Ultimate Warrior.
Thank you, Andrew.
They need to do a group promo. They get well. I don't understand Ultimate Warrior's long hair, but. What the fuck was they saying, bro? Like, Ultimate Warrior, as a kid, I was like, yes, the gods and the bronze and the...
Now that you're older, it's like, huh?
Huh? What, motherfucker?
Oh, my God. And you know something? Andrew just said it, too. Bad News Brown's finisher was called the Ghetto Blaster.
First of all, that was one of the top 5 finishing moves of all time. Ask Bret Hart. putting that out there.
Just throwing it up. Yeah, I'll do with it what you like.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget about the New York City Rats he had for Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh, Roddy Piper, half black, half white. What was his name?
He was fighting, Adrian Adonis.
Huh?
No, not Adonis. He wasn't fighting Adonis.
No,
He was fighting
Darius Brown. But
that's right.
But I forgot what he called himself.
He was doing the promo and like
Yes,
this half,
and
and
then
then
he was
turn, and it's like, oh shit, this man's in blackface.
Yes, half. So it wasn't racist. It was only half.
Only half racist.
Plus Roddy Piper, Lord rest his soul, he was always invited to the barbecue.
Yeah. He's a G. So should we get into this? Because there's really not much here we could talk about.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, we might as well.
Let's go.
Based on the fact that for the past couple of weeks
Before we do that,
yes.
we need to get this one done.
You mean what?
We need to get this done.
What?
We did something that we need to address.
What?
Something in the Jungle Book.
Oh, we got to talk about this then. Okay.
We got to talk about this right
All right,
now.
let's talk about this because this has been a controversial thing all over every site or every Facebook group that I have seen. People have been nonstop talking about this. So,
is it my turn yet?
Kyle, go right ahead. Give your point of view. Let's go.
Wins matter in AEW.
They do.
Remember saying that, Eddie? Remember saying that?
They
Now,
do.
here's my thing. Wins matter in AEW, right?
Yes, they do.
The point, everybody thinks that this is a title match. Has been brought to my attention.
What's going on, Mike?
Been brought to my attention. It's a non-title match, right?
Yes.
Non-title match.
Which can we repeat that one more time for the idiots in the back who did not hear this?
It's a non-title
Title
match.
match.
I understand this, right?
Yes.
What about the people who have wins? What about the Ray Phoenixes? Mm-hmm. What about Nick Jackson? That's his name.
Wait, he's real? Nick Jackson's a real person?
I mean, he
Eddie, breaking news. Nick Jackson is a real person.
He is?
Yeah, well, you just said his name, so.
But seriously, though, anybody in the AEW locker room that has one W could benefit from this opportunity.
Agreed.
Anybody.
Agreed.
Luchasaurus came out, and I was like, Luchasaurus versus Jericho.
No dinosaurs.
Money.
No dinosaurs. It was on the
lexicon of La Champion. But dude,
right, put some stank on it.
Oh man, and yes, everybody and their mama caught the little Marty reference at the end.
Thank you, Jabari. Thank you.
Listen.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Marty one after.
Hold on up.
Yeah,
well, my thing is this, though. My thing is this. Why? Why is Jungle Boy going to be put in the spotlight at that point with 0 wins? 0 wins matter now.
Okay.
Wins matter.
Yes.
We can have somebody who can beat Jericho, even if he loses to Jericho, he'll get put over.
No, we're not talking about the duck face photo.
Kenny Omega.
He was on the list.
Could have, huh?
Oh, Lexi, he was on the lexicon.
Not list. Wins matter.
Lexicon.
All right, if wins matter, right? If wins matter, the next person is going to be the number 1 contender is going to get the championship, right?
Don't worry, Jabari.
Don't give me a list of people you're not going to wrestle, because then it's champion's choice. It's not your wins that matter. It's who the champions chooses to fight at that point.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brian.
Okay, well, to piggyback right off what you just said,
Yep.
Yes, if you listen to the promo that he stated,
Le Champion.
the Lexicon Le Champion,
Yeah.
he was told that AEW said he is required to have one more match this year.
Yes.
And because he is Le Champion, and of course, as Jabari just said, he is a heel.
Yes.
He did a heel thing. What does a heel do? He picks on the weaker guy, right?
But
sorry,
you let me finish. Go ahead.
Yes. So what did he do? He picked the guy with 0 wins, which is A-okay. And like I said, it's just like any other sport in the world. If the 10-2 Patriots are playing the one, hold on.
The king of the AEW militia called it the lexicon of Jericho. There's no fucking lexicon of Jericho.
Lexicon of
Le
Le
Champion.
Champion. Must correct that. But no. So if the 10-2 Patriots, or let's say the 10-2 Ravens, right?
Yep.
They face against like the 1-8 Jets.
The schedule was predetermined before the season starts.
Yeah, so is this. You want to talk about predetermined?
It is given to the fans.
Are we going to talk predetermined?
It is given to the fans. Like,
Yes.
we are going to play this team on this date. It's
Okay.
That's not revealed.
And there's nothing wrong with that. First off, he has a choice. He knows he has one match left to do, correct?
Yeah.
So he's saying, fuck it. I'm going to go easy. I'm going to pick a guy with the worst record because it's my choice. He's being a heel. He's not giving him a title.
Oh, Congo's in the building. What's
Yes.
popping, Big Mike?
Yes, yeah. But no, but like, you know what I'm saying?
What's going on, Dominic?
What's going on, D? he's being a heel. He's picking the weak competitor. But in actuality, what he's really doing is he's going to do what I always talk about. He may go over, but he is going to get Jungle Boy over.
Jungle Boy's already over.
But he doesn't have any wins.
He's already over.
How's he already over if he ain't winning?
Easy.
In our lexicon of the UWO,
okay.
When people don't win, what do?
We bury him.
Exactly.
But we can't bury the Jungle Boy.
Why not?
Luchasaurus.
Why not? He's 0-8.
But he has Luchasaurus.
He also don't got a dub.
That's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, it's about the kids.
No, it is here or there. That's what we're talking about. Stop talking about Marco.
Oh, my bad.
But no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a 16 seed going against a 1 seed in March Madness. Thank you.
Just how I gotta say this. Just how I say this. Marco looked out of place that whole damn promo, bro.
Jericho was shook when Marco got in his face.
Come on, are you serious?
He is more mad than Le Champion is. That shit was that. No, first off, that shit was epic. It had me dying. But I mean, like, he's playing a heel. He's doing exactly what we expect him to do.
And did you know that Luchasaurus had a master's degree?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I used to watch my big brother. He was banging twins and had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, long story short. But this is the thing, right? He's being a heel, but Jericho's doing exactly what Jericho has been doing the entire year. What has he been doing? What did he do with Darby Allin? Made him into a star.
First of all, Darby made himself a star. If you watched that Cracker Barrel
that shit was hot.
Dude, there's no way of saying Darby Allin.
No, he's the star.
That was great.
Don't get me wrong. I 100% agree with you. But what did he do when he got in the ring with Jericho? He solidified himself against the top talent in the world, correct?
Yes.
All right, you can say this.
Not like Scorpio Sky did, but yes.
You can say the same thing about Scorpio. Did he not make Scorpio an overnight sensation? Wait, let me finish my sentence.
Okay, go ahead.
Did he not make Scorpio Sky an overnight sensation to the people who did not know who Scorpio Sky really was?
No, because everybody knows what SCU is.
Well, I mean, we do.
Come on.
But you get what I'm saying, right? With the track record of what Jericho's doing. Everything Jericho has done this year so far, when it comes to the people he's working with in AEW, is he's...
Leave Floyd Mayweather alone, Andrew. There's not a number one contender that he didn't fight.
Yeah.
There is a list of number one contenders Jericho didn't fight. Literally. Continue.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, by the way, shout out to Brian Lucier, because Mr. Lucier did purchase a little bit of the bubbly.
He did? He got a bottle?
He got 2 bottles, actually.
Oh, beautiful,
he's waiting for it to come in, and he said when he does it, he's going to post a video for us.
Yeah, you got to drink one and keep one.
Yeah. But Jericho's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's going to make another guy into a star. Mind you, we already know who Jungle Boy is. Everybody loves the Jungle Book, as I call them, because I am not calling them Jurassic Express.
No. We coined that term.
Yeah, we did. And yes, SCU, SoCal Dudes, PWG, Ring of Honor guys. Shit, people still don't even remember that fucking Scorpio Sky was Harold from the Team Hell No therapy sessions. Shut up, Harold.
Holy shit.
See?
Damn.
Who's my point right there?
Holy
he was Harold.
Shit. Yes, he was.
Exactly. See, people don't remember that.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was good. That was a good one.
See?
That was a good one. Good one. Okay. Okay.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Jericho's doing the right thing. And what he's doing is he's taking a guy that we all see as a star, and with an 0-8 record, looks like a loser to some people. And what he's going to do is he's going to solidify him, showing that he can stay in the ring. What's going on, Dave? That he can stay in the ring with a guy who's a competitor, the style of or the stature of a Chris Jericho.
Not gonna lie, Congo. Neither did I. I didn't know who Jungle Boy was until Luke Perry passed.
Same here. Most people, like I said, and if anything, it's a smart move because what is he doing? He's giving Jungle Jack Perry, Luke Perry's son, a matchup against the champion. So what he's going to do is he's going to elevate him a little bit more because more people can be like, who's Luke Perry's kid? Blah,
it's not
blah, blah.
The champion. It's La Champion.
I apologize. So, you know what I mean? But, like, no, I think this whole thing, I think the biggest misconception...
That's a lie, Andrew.
I think the biggest misconception is the fact that everyone thinks he's getting a title shot with an 0-8 record. No, he's getting a match against the champion. That's the biggest thing to me. It's like, there's this big disconnect with people right now. Like, some people see what they want to see or hear what they want to hear without actually paying attention to what's going on in front of them. So...
Okay. I mean, that's a big risk, though. Number one, I mean, you can't tell the fans that wins matter in AEW when the people who are winning aren't getting that opportunity.
But he's not getting a title match. He's getting a match.
But that match could be against somebody to build up a future of war, future fucking storyline, future feud, who has themselves established within the W column.
Yes.
Pac hasn't had a title shot yet.
Yes.
Omega hasn't had a title shot yet. Moxley hasn't had a title shot yet.
Yes.
Why is this guy in the ring with the champion when all of these guys who are already established in the fans' eyes are not getting that opportunity?
Because, like I said, it's just like football. You got to remember, these stats do mean something when it comes to championships. When it comes to matches, a Sixers team that's like 15-5 can still play against a team like Orlando who's like 0-16. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
by the way, I'm not burying that segment. That segment was fucking hilarious.
Oh, it was great.
All right.
The segment was great. The segment was great. Don't get me wrong.
That segment was hilarious. First off, his list was great. Mm-hmm. Now, let me get the Omegas down. There was Kenny Omega. There was, I can't remember.
Kenny Chesney. Kenny from South Park.
Kenny, yes.
Anybody named Scorpio.
Any of the Scorpions.
Any of the Scorpions. Moxley.
Yeah,
I should find the audio and play it again. But yes, I agree, Jabari. That's what they're doing. They're building a new star. It's time to make a new star. So on a show that everyone knows, all right, it's the last episode of the year for AEW. They're going to do something big. Mm-hmm. They're going to put this guy in the ring with the champion. Yeah. What happens if he beats Jericho?
First of all,
it doesn't mean he gets a title shot. All it means is that he got to win.
Yep, okay.
It's not WWE.
That's a double-edged sword, though. Double-edged sword.
Okay.
Jericho only has one loss.
Yes.
And it was a tag team match.
Agreed.
All right? He faced that guy that beat him in that tag team match. Mm-hmm. He beat him.
Yes.
Now, you're going to go ahead and tell me that Le Champion is going to lose a one-on-one match to somebody who doesn't have a win and have me respect that title.
You never heard of an upset?
I just watched an upset. I just watched the number one contender in the women's ranks. By the way, AEW women. I got to do this, man.
Go ahead.
I got to do this. Do better. All right?
They're getting the right talent.
Not Nia getting suspended for powerbombing the referee.
Yeah, that was kind of bullshit.
All right, first of all, shouts out to that referee, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Jabari, you're here. I'm definitely going to.
I stopped. Right?
Yes, Alan Jones, too. You didn't throw out Alan Jones, a.k.a. AJ Styles. That was a sneaky one. That was a good one.
Yeah, no, dude, the Lexicon of Le Champion was great. And, dude, he had to practice that one in the back.
No.
That was practiced in the back, man.
No, practice
wasn't off the top of the head.
No, practice, yes.
Wasn't off the top of the head.
Practice, yes, but scripted, no. We can tell. The fact that he called him a piece of shit was great.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say his father was a piece of shit, and I was going to be like, ooh, that should have been said. So
that entire segment was great. I also want to send, while we're on AEW, I want to send a shout out to the Lucha Bros, who just proved that they are great as singles as they are as a tag team.
Yes.
Because both of those matches were great.
Ray Phoenix has been fucking killing it.
Yeah, man.
He has been. He's one of those guys. I'm surprised we didn't put him down for like a breakout star because I think we categorized them more as a tag team because lately we've been seeing them more as a tag team. But when it comes to breakout stars, man,
but we forgot they were everywhere.
Huh?
We forgot they were everywhere.
They're everywhere. So you know what I'm saying? Like the Lucha Bros have been fucking fire.
Dude, they're killing it.
They're fire.
AEW, please, in the next month or two, I don't care if it's a TV title. I don't care if it's the US
No, we're not going to start, Andrew. Don't worry. That topic is dead.
I don't care if it's the AEW Mid-Carter Express title.
Yes.
You need a mid-card title in AEW. Dude. There's way too much talent on that roster to just have one single champion.
Yes, but you know what it does do as of right now? It makes that one single championship the most viable title in the company.
Which is exactly why Jungle Boy should not be wrestling.
But he's not fighting for the title.
He should not be in that ring.
Why not?
He should be earning the spot like everybody else.
So you mean to tell me a champion doesn't? Every match has to be a title match?
Not a title match, but against a top contender, yes.
But why does it have to be a top contender?
Ask Floyd Mayweather. As my man is trying to point out.
But like I said, you have an entire roster full of people, right? Mm-hmm. So what does it mean? Does it mean that until somebody gets up into the ranks, every week he has to fight a guy like John Moxley?
Yes.
Or Darby Allin?
Yes.
Or Jimmy Havoc?
Yes.
Or a thing?
Jimmy Havoc, no.
Well, actually, no, Jimmy Havoc, no. I don't know what his record is, but it's not that great right now. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Sean Spears who's been on a winning streak right now.
Okay, Sean Spears the chairman can get up there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in other words, for the next like couple of months until somebody else gets into that upper echelon, because remember, you got to catch up eventually.
You realize Jungle Boy has as many wins in AEW as I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. Am I getting in?
By the way, your record's better. You have 0 losses. That's right.
Undefeated, baby.
That's right. But you know what I mean? Like, eventually, they have to clash eventually. Eventually, he's going to fight Luchasaurus. Eventually, he's going to fight Marco. First off, Jericho's already shook.
Don't do that.
The floss on that man. And I don't even do that shit. The floss on that young guy. Did you see that Canadian Destroyer? swear this man can do a Fortnite dance.
And first of all, I did it in a club, allegedly. And never gonna happen
There's
again.
no video.
No, it never happened.
So.
Even though I just admitted it.
Yeah, but no, but, you know what I mean? Like, eventually he's gonna have to fight other people, and he can't keep fighting the same 4 or 5 guys because of their record.
But that's just the thing. You're not going to fight the same 4 or 5 guys. You're going to fight a top contender for a title, right?
Yes.
Somebody else is going to get up there because their wins matter, and that's the next person on the list.
Exactly.
You should be going up against top contenders, and or what the fuck's the reason for the power rankings? What's the reason to say wins matter if the people who are winning aren't getting these opportunities?
But this is the thing. Is it a title opportunity?
It's an opportunity at a champion on a main event stage.
It's just a match.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's not WWE where if you upset a champion, you're automatically a #1 contender. It's not that. It's you have the best ranking up until that point.
So Jungle Boy wins, right, against Jericho.
Yes.
It's an official win, not a title win.
Yes.
But he has a win over the best person in the company.
Yes.
What's that do for his power ranking stock?
Hopefully, it starts to propel him up.
No, it's going to jumpstart him up.
Exactly. It's going to jump. So
unranked college, and right now in college rankings, right?
Yes.
They're going to beat the shit out of Ohio State, who's #1 in the country.
Yes.
They're not going to stay unranked. They're going to be at least.
They're going to jump up.
Yeah.
Yes, eventually.
Well, how fair is that to the people who have been killing it now for weeks, who have wins, and this dude has none, and he's getting leapfrogged over him because he just beat the top guy in the company.
Agreed. But you know what that does? That puts Jungle Boy in matches now with contenders to prove that it wasn't just a fluke. Because if he starts beating people who are...
all of a sudden, Jungle Boy turns it around and he's beating people after getting his ass whooped. Was he 0-8 straight times?
Yes, but you got to remember, 8 straight times weren't singles matches. What's his singles record?
0-4.
Huh?
0-4, right?
Not even. I think he's only had like 2 or 3 singles match. Not even, because he's had triple threat matches. I don't even know
Those
this.
counts as singles.
Huh?
Those counts as singles.
No, maybe.
Triple threats counts as singles. It's 1-on-1-on-1.
I don't know. This is where the whole turning it into a real sport kind of gets iffy with us.
Fuck that. We're a podcast, damn it.
But you know something?
Go for the culture.
But you know... But you know what this does? This sparks an intelligent conversation. You see, we're looking at it from 2 different perspectives.
Yeah.
And neither one of us are wrong. I don't think neither one of us are wrong.
Especially me. Especially me. Yeah. I'm not wrong.
Well, if that's your thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes the debate a better debate than it's just like, oh, he's getting pushed because this guy likes him in the back.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
If I'm debating somebody, we're going to debate.
Yeah, we're going to debate. But,
you know what I mean?
But no, but like I said, either way, like you said, eventually, if someone's unranked and they beat like a top 25 team, right? Like you said, they're going to jump up in the rankings. The season isn't over. The season goal is to become champion. So between now and then, even though you do get an upset, that's when it gives you the opportunity to start getting in there with some of these other guys and start building your resume to the point where you are a #1 contender. And then when you are a #1 contender, you have the validity in the background saying that you have beaten this championship caliber person and that you are there to fight for the title.
And I feel you on that. Mm-hmm. And dude, Jungle Boy jumps up in the ranks. I like Jungle Boy.
Yeah,
I like Jungle Boy.
If
he does, I have no problem with it. What I do have a problem with is him getting that opportunity before everybody else who's already put the work in.
Well, think of it like this: who has Jericho fought since AEW has started? He's fought Kenny Omega.
He's fought Omega. He's fought Hangman. He's fought Cody and Scorpio Sky, and there's one more I'm missing.
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin.
Exactly. So those are the names that he's fought so far, right? Mm-hmm. And people got to remember, we're only 10 weeks in.
Yeah.
The story has yet to be told. So even if
AEW doesn't have any clear storylines, right?
That's what I'm saying. Well, they have story direction, but they don't have storylines. Like the 2 main storylines right now are considered what? Moxley and Jericho. That's going to become something because Moxley's showing up and Jericho's showing up. And then you got whatever Cody's doing because Cody is the focal point of pretty much the show.
And I got to give props to Cody. He's actually, I think, in my opinion, trying to be like, all right, guys, I'm trying to get everybody else.
Exactly.
I think that's what Cody's doing right now.
And that's something that you had a problem with at the very beginning.
Not really. I did not have that problem with it. My problem was that he wasn't doing that and he was undefeated.
Yes.
He was undefeated and nobody was beaten. In fact, I lost my only $1,000 bet saying that he wouldn't lose at an event. He didn't lose technically, though.
True.
All right? The towel got thrown in.
Yes.
That's not a loss. It don't count.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? but eventually, you got to build contenders.
What's up, chat?
Huh? No, I have it on another page when we switch thing up. Sorry, guys. We're a little back and forth. But you know what I'm saying? You have to build contenders. You got to give people credible wins. And I'm not saying he's going to beat Jericho this week, but if he does beat Jericho this week, it's a big win, right? Mm-hmm. Just like in NCAA, just like whether it's basketball or football, if you upset a #1 seeded team, it's like, holy shit, that's a big deal.
Andrew, you do realize that Wildman Congo, probably about a month and a half ago, was sitting right here and discussing the. You know what? Anyway, continue.
but the whole the Jungle Boy thing, I think that's pretty much it. It's like you see it your way, I see it my way. I don't think either one of us are wrong. I just think we have different outlooks on it. So,
especially me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
so I won the debate clearly. Thank you. Thank you.
In his own eyes.
Can I get my speech?
Yes, go right ahead.
Here goes my speech. Okay. I'm right. He's wrong. I win.
Oh boy.
That's how we debate.
All right. So can we get into this really quick because this is going to be fun.
What do you want? You wanna?
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about.
Oh, because that's the reason why.
Put it on the screen.
So we have what, like 2 matches for a pay-per-view that is next week?
We do.
I think so. I know Corbin's supposed to fight the big dog.
And we know about Rusev and Bobby Lashley.
Oh wait, that is a match?
It has to be, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they are starting to give us some matches. All right, because yeah, I just caught up on SmackDown through like YouTube. I really didn't have a chance to sit down and watch it, but yeah. I know Bray.
I enjoyed it.
I know now Bray is fighting the Miz, but it's fire.
It's Daniel Bryan.
I heard it was the Miz. I legit don't know. Like this is where I think this topic comes into play right now. You're 1 week away from a pay-per-view. Yeah. Now, if you notice, for the people that are here in the chat who've been here watching us for months now, we have been forgetting that there were pay-per-views coming up.
Dude, we used to record on pay-per-view nights. Like, there's an event.
Yeah. We legit didn't even remember there was pay-per-views.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like that's how bad it's been getting. And honestly, from the reports that have been coming out lately, it's about Vince saying he doesn't want to start promoting the matches right away. He wants to delay the build, which to me is ass backwards. Very ass backwards.
Ass backwards. That shit's just ass.
Yeah. Like, why would you... Like, if UFC's doing a pay-per-view, right? It's UFC 274.
They're promoting that the year before.
Yeah, exactly. You're promoting it the year before. You have to build the matches for the card, because I'm not going to go to TLC and be like, all right, what are we watching today? All right, Elias versus Drake Maverick. Let's go.
First of all... Who the fuck is Elias at this point? Dude, he had like a 3-week injury, right?
I don't know. He's been gone for months.
Yeah.
Like, no one... Wasn't he supposed to be like the highest drafted pick in SmackDown, or the most coveted pick in SmackDown history?
Well...
I don't know what...
Self-proclaimed, but... Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on with him, but no, in all honesty, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's like, if I'm going to spend my money to go to a show...
Welcome to the chat.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong page. I apologize. But like... This is my thing, right? If I'm going to spend my money, if I'm spending like 60, 70, 80, 100, $300, whatever, for a ticket for a show, I want to know what I'm going to go see. Not that it's just WWE, but why do I want to go see this pay-per-view? Because I want to see the culmination of 2 people having a... that's good shit. I want to see the culmination of 2 people who are having a conflict, and they're going to settle it in the ring. If I don't know what the conflict is, or I don't know what the match is, it's like, well, what the shit am I going for? Like, why am I going to spend my money to go to this event if I don't know what's going to happen? Or not know what's going to happen, but not know what matches are going to take place. You know what I mean? Like, it's a double-edged sword. I get what Vince's idea is, because he wants it to...
Yeah, Elias was an injury.
Yeah. I know Vince's idea because he wants to make it about the WWE and not about a particular person right now, and that's been his perspective for a little while. But to me, it's kind of weird, especially growing up the way we grew up. Like, matches were built, especially because pay-per-views were so far apart. Matches were built for months. You know what I'm saying? Until, like, the big blow-off came. Now it's like, we have...
no, just look him up on YouTube, bro. He's all over the place.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Damn, I completely lost the train of thought. But like... Matches nowadays, it's like, we have Raw, we have SmackDown, we have NXT, we have all of these outlets where you have hours to build angles and storylines for a pay-per-view. And to me, it's just weird. It's like, why are we not promoting the fact that eventually these 2 are going to clash? And you got 3 weeks to tell that story before the clash. But now we're just like, oh, random matches here and there, and the next thing you know, this person's getting a title shot. Like, huh, what? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's very ass backwards. I don't understand the logic behind it. Money-wise, I don't get it. I would... If it was coming... If TLC was next week in Providence, I wouldn't go. I have no idea what to see. What am I going to see? Not...
Restless.
Yeah, just Restless. It's a pay-per-view. It's supposed to be a major event. It's supposed to be something big. I don't know what's happening.
Who is the number 1 contender right now for the not a Universal, the WWE Championship that Brock Lesnar.
Who's the WWE? Oh, he's got the belt. I haven't seen him in a while. Honest to God, don't know. That's another thing. You have a champion again, and I hate to piggyback off this because I am a Brock fan. I do like Brock. I like his work. He's not here. Again.
And it's pretty much documented that he's not coming back until Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? It's like, why would I care? Your biggest title in the company is nowhere.
Who's the current United States champion?
I think Rey Mysterio just won it, yeah. Yeah, what's he doing for the title?
Anybody?
AJ maybe again? But remember...
Because we only got one single title on Raw, right?
Yeah. So that's the biggest championship on Monday Night Raw right now. And, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Whatever happened to every week the U.S. champion defends his belt every single week?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
Honestly, you know what they should do? Make a TV title. And I hate saying this because I'm not a fan of adding more belts. Make a TV title. Every week, that title must be defended. It has to be. You have to get a title match.
Aside from the 24/7.
Yeah.
Aside from the
24/7, even though
24/7, 365-year-old Continental Champion. I think one time or two times.
I'm a one-time champion. Mr. Bird is a two-time. I'm a one-time champion. But by the way, shout out to Carl Bird. He's DJing right now at a fashion show.
And apparently there's some cakes out there too.
He said Tony Storm. He said Naomi style cakes.
Yeah, there's some cakes out there.
Yes, and Victor, by us saying the word cake, we're not talking about actual, cake.
No, we're talking about cakes.
Yeah.
Cakes.
That ass. So you know. But no, like, to me, this pay-per-view, it's weird. I don't get it. I legit don't get this. And
not for nothing. TLC was usually good pay-per-views.
Yeah.
You get TLC matches.
And you know what's the kicker, too? When WWE doesn't promote their pay-per-views, they're usually really good.
Evolution was really fucking good. And
Evolution was really good.
And they killed it.
Yeah, they killed it. Great Balls of Fire. As much as we shitted on that pay-per-view.
Just the name.
Yeah, just the name. But the pay-per-view was actually probably one of the best ones they've done in years. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's just weird.
Yams!
That's right.
Tell him, man. That just ain't no Thanksgiving dinner.
Shout out to Jordan Grace.
Yams!
Oh, Carl's not here this week, boy. But man, oh man, how about them Cowboys? Woo! All right. But yeah, no, like I said.
Did you just mention the Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Woo!
How does that coach still has a job, dude? Like that's someone. Like I'm all
fired.
Like, dude, unless we're counting this season because I lost the bet to Gabe, who's not in the chat for.
You should be happy,
dude. The Ravens are only good because I'm a fan.
See, there you go. You state the claim.
It's me.
It's all you.
It's all me. I'll take full credit for the Ravens season. You're welcome.
Yeah. You know something? I'll give you that one because they weren't doing that shit last year. But yeah, any thoughts on TLC?
First off, I'm looking forward to seeing Lana and yeah. Anyway.
Shut up. Gary, stop putting people through tables. For real. That shit. First off, keep doing the videos. Keep sending those videos though, but man,
keep doing it.
Keep throwing people. Yes, y'all putting people through tables. Y'all having ass luges.
Dude, they set one on fire and power bomb this dude up a pickup. It was great. It was great.
Yes, Vic. How about them Cowboys?
Them boys. We got Dak. We got Zeke.
Amari Cooper. Skip Bayless commentary. I'm sorry, chisel it on.
Dude,
I can't watch a Cowboys game without that. I do it every time. Even Dina does it. Dina finds it hilarious.
Cause it is. They suck. I'm sorry. Someone got to say they suck. Yeah. At some point, that's not enough. Yeah. At some point, you gotta realize.
They apologize.
Hey, isn't Ezekiel Elliott the highest paid running back in the NFL?
Yeah.
By far, too.
Yeah.
And he's only putting up, 60 yards a game?
Yeah, well, you know.
Dude, let me tell you how bad of a season Ezekiel Elliott's having.
Yes.
Okay? Let's just break this down. Dude, I tried to trade Ezekiel Elliott for David Johnson, and it got denied. I don't even know if David Johnson's still playing.
Did he play for
the Cardinals?
Yeah, I was gonna say Arizona.
I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted him off my team.
Oh, it's so wrong.
He's about to be in the waivers.
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to pick up one of them good old running backs that can get the ball. But anyway,
it's not a white man runs the football.
A white man runs the football. All right, we got to switch subjects.
All right, we do.
Because actually, we're about an hour in.
Yeah, so I think it's about this time.
It is about that time.
All right.
Put it on the screen.
Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the UWO, we're known for a couple of things. We're known for talking wrestling. We're known for joking. And we're also known for burying people, getting people a little dirty. The gimmick at this point is shit. That's basically what we're saying. Fuck your life and do better.
All right. Are we going to do this joint burial because
I just thought of one right before I decided doing that.
Okay, well, you can do that one first then.
I can do it first?
Yeah, you can do that one first. Because I'll do another one, and then we can do that one. Since Eddie's not here, we'll join in on that one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I got a little message for Mr. Trash Talker Skywalker. Mr. I'm going to go on Twitter and tell the entire world that half of the WWE roster does weed.
What?
I mean, that's pretty known. That
you mean to tell me professional athletes smoke marijuana?
Hell, Dawkins was smoking it with RVD.
Huh?
But
wait, RVD smokes weed?
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob Van Dam. Him and Katie Forbes both like my tweet.
Katie Forbes. Anyway, what was I saying before I just started Katie Forbes?
Something about Twitter.
Oh, there we go. There's something else that's going on in Twitter, and that is Tama Tonga telling this young man exactly what he thinks of him. And Enzo, big ass Enzo, big Enzo, Mr. Zero Dimes, thinks that he is just talking to a normal, sane person.
No.
Tom is gonna fuck you up, though. Tom is gonna fuck you up.
This is your burial, so go right ahead.
Tom is going to fuck you. Dude, number one, you just snitched on everybody, so your name is now Enzo69.
No, it's Snitch Show.
Snitch Show?
That's what he called him.
Snitch Show.
He's called him Snitch
You
Show.
just snitched on everybody in the locker room. Dude, you just Jordan Miles.
Jordan Miles, the whole roster.
Leave the WWE alone, bro. Like, they don't want you. They have banned you from all of their arenas.
How you doing?
There's a picture of you on every single arena. Do not let this motherfucker in the door.
How you doing?
I know, man. Dude, you did that little invasion thing with Ring of Honor. Some people thought it was which it was. Some people thought it was real, and it was cool. It didn't get over. You didn't get in. Cool. Cass actually kept continuing and got his life together.
Yep, I'm Team Tama too.
And you are out here losing your motherfucking mind. There are some people in this world that you just leave the fuck alone. He happens to be one of them. Did you not just see what his father just did to that motherfucker?
I was gonna say, by genetics alone, you don't want the smoke, Enzo.
You don't want that smoke.
No. His father ripped the tongue out of a cop. He fucking grabbed him by the throat and said, yoink. Like, no.
You know
that nigga crazy. You saw what he almost did to those What Culture boys? They're like, yo, it's a joke. We're working. It's a shoot. It's not real. Don't stop.
Dude, leave. Just no, Enzo, no. That's not Joey Janela. That's not Joey Janela. No.
Joey back. Shout out to Joe Cronin with back down Janela. No, that's not Joey. Mm-mm.
Speaking of Joey Janela. Damn, you jumped up the wrong. Let me just do it like Moxley did it. Kids. Kids.
Holy shit.
Dude, you got fucked up. But anyway,
Joey gonna die.
Huh?
Joey gonna die. to quote the great Eddie Ortiz, Joey gonna die.
And there was another thing that we would like to get off our chests. Handle it.
Oh man. All right. Really quick, I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm going to do a burial to the casual fan. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the casual fan is not a casual fan anymore. It's time. It's time to admit it. You guys are smart marks. You guys are just like everybody else. The people that you hate, to quote CM Punk, you guys are becoming. The ones that are all over the internet. The ones that are all in the dirt sheets. The ones that used to get on people like me and Eddie that would sit there and be like, oh, you guys are smart marks. You guys think you know everything. Because nowadays, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody knows something.
Like, yes, we do. I'm sorry, continue.
What did you say?
Yeah, when we talk about smoking weed, he's like, yes, we do.
But you know what I mean? But like, everybody's a smart mark. Everybody's on the internet boards. The pink hat fans are out now, baby.
You just say the pink hats?
Yes, I'm calling them pink. You know something?
As a Patriots fan, did you just say that word?
Yes, I am. I'm saying exactly, because like CM Punk said, you've become what you hate. You are now the New York Yankees. Y'all motherfuckers, welcome to the crew. Because you know something? All the bitching and shit that we used to do, they do it now too, but they do it in reverse. It's crazy how the world works.
Are you done?
No, not yet, because I got bored.
All right, go
Because
ahead.
all the shit that people talk online, it's like, yeah, you used to yell at us about it because we knew too much, or we're the ones on the internet sites, and we're the ones Googling here and there and watching all these videos. Everyone's doing it now. Because when you hear crowds nowadays, it's not the vocal minority. Now it's the vocal majority. Because last time I checked, at the end of Hell in the Cell, what was that entire crowd chanting?
Which time?
Let's see, when they were chanting either AEW
Or
bullshit
or
turn off the light.
Or-
You know what I'm saying? Like
we want refunds.
get refunds. Exactly. All the shit that we got crapped on about as Smart Mark fans, everybody else is doing now. So congratulations, you guys have become the New York Yankees.
Welcome to the club.
Join on in. But man, we got one that we have to talk, and I don't have a photo for it, but we do have something that we need to talk about. Is he going in the hole?
What, did you get those audios?
Huh?
Did you get the audios?
For what?
Fan burials.
No. I do have one from Rinaldi, but it has to. I want it to be a video. Rinaldi, if you can send it as a video, please.
Okay.
It was a good one.
All right.
But are we gonna put him in the hole?
Yes.
Is he going in the hole? Oh my god.
Dig it up.
So since Eddie's not here, we're gonna have a joint little burial. And Kyle, this is your boy.
You gotta go.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow us to welcome to the burials of the week one of our favorites, one of your favorites, the man that this guy insulted and got Shark Boy to come at him, Christopher Daniels.
The worst moonsault
Ever!
ever. You busted your motherfucking ass.
I love you, CD, but now I understand why it's not the funny.
He was laying down. He's trying not to laugh.
Like, help me, please. I'm falling and I can't get up. Oh my God. If you guys have not seen the video yet,
That Botch was legendary.
I'm sorry. I love Christopher Daniels. I'm a huge Christopher Daniels fan. But god damn, we get it. It's a move. Everybody fucks up. Everybody slips.
You can't use best moonsault ever as your mantra and then do that shit.
That ain't the best moonsault ever no more. No more being me. You no longer have rights to that.
Oh,
Cody is filing a claim. All right. No, but seriously, that was bad.
Dude, he did a springboard net plant.
How you gonna give yourself a one-man doomsday device?
He powerbombed himself. He got jackknifed.
He's fighting the inflatable doll with deflated.
His feet were in the air.
Tope's on oh shit! I wish Excalibur called that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I love Christopher Daniels. I loved you as Curry Man, even though we hated you as Curry Man. But yo, SC, no! No. And the fucked up part was...
Yeah, he almost 50. He felt every single benefit to hit that ground,
But
though.
let me say this, right? Isn't it weird that we could see Pentagon's face through that mask? Like, what the fuck? He's like, no, I do. No. He's like, I'm in Emma with. This don't happen. Like, what's this shit?
Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness, man. Yo, he got fucked up.
I'm sorry. It's like I said, I love Christopher Daniels, and yes, we respect everybody who's in the business and stuff like that, but sometimes we just gotta laugh. And I bet he had a laugh out of it too. I'm waiting for Being the Elite just to see the reaction that he gives from that moonsault.
Oh, man.
Like that, dude, that was funny. I'm sorry. The gif is everywhere. It's like, and just drop.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Someone needs to put like that music behind it, and just have him falling from shit. Have him doing the DAC and just Christopher Daniels just falling down.
Oh, it looked like that springboarder in the Olympics from back in the day. No.
When that goes running, and just like hit the horse head on. Oh,
that's the coffin drop for you, Dobby. Coffin drop.
Yeah, he coughed and dropped his ass right into our berries.
Oh, he did the coffee trust fall. And nobody trusted that motherfucker, but
He needs some new friends.
he ain't trusting in gravity until Oh my goodness.
I'm only laughing because it's true.
Christopher Daniels, you're my homie. But the fallen angel done fell.
The fallen angel done fallen and he can't get up.
He done fell.
Oh my God, we're going to hell.
It's on the page, Gary. It's on the page.
You'll see the gift somewhere. You can't miss it.
Oh,
you can't miss it. It was,
dude.
All right, question: which is worse, that one or the Xia Li one?
That's probably worse, bro. That's probably worse.
Oh,
He's been doing that for years. He should have that down to a science.
I'm in tears.
That down to science turned into a math problem like a motherfucker.
Eddie, I know you wish you were here right now because you would either defend it or you would jump in.
Eddie would be different.
Like, oh, no, not disrespect Christopher Daniels. I see it coming.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, that Call of Duty group, that nuke done failed.
Look like he just came out of Rises.
Yo, that should be, his body off of that rope should be your sign. Look like he got shot.
He was he got spawn camped. And really quick, shout out to the people. I don't know anybody in here. I don't know how many people in here have the new Call of Duty. But the past few days, myself, Carl Bird, Brian Lucier, and Dominique have been playing Call of Duty. We're thinking of putting together a little squad. So
hopefully, Carl throws bullets better than Dak Prescott.
I ain't gonna talk. Carl, I love you, but just look at this. He put a stream up of the four of us playing like 1v1s and stuff. So you watch that stream and you can judge for yourself.
Is Dominique on that stream?
Yes, she is.
Is she on video?
No, it's just Mr. Bear, but you see all of us playing together. But yeah, they're gonna doing like a UWO stream of Call of Duty one day on the page. We all pretty much play. Like I said, if anybody got Call of Duty, it is cross-platform. So whether you're PlayStation or Xbox or PC, no, we're talking about the actual game. Yeah, Carl doesn't hear a lot. All right. And Dominique swears like a sailor.
I'm on the mobile game, Gary, so hit me up.
But no, if you do want to play, we are getting a little crew together, so let us know. We play pretty much almost like every day or every other day, or we've been trying to get it going.
Oh, man.
18 people. Yeah, until we go to that one map where we just like get obliterated coming out and spawn.
Dude, Christopher Daniels, KD.
Yo, shout out. It's like he got hit with an invisible claymore midway through the move.
Yo, somebody's gonna put an RKO meme on that one. I already know.
Who the fuck put butter on these ropes? What the shit?
It was a springboard neck drop. That shit was great. He 3D'd himself.
Dominique, you said it, not me.
That's not longer than 3Ds to 4K, because I was clear as fuck that. You fucked up, man. Holy shit.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Poor Christopher Daniels.
Man, that man needed a bacchiotomy. Need to cut everything and just start all over.
Oh my goodness. But is that it for burials? For
yeah, that shit was hilarious though, man. If y'all ain't seen that video, it's on the UWO page. He posted it. That shit is hilarious.
I'm sorry. I love Christopher Daniels, but ain't no. We're equal. We shit on WWE, AEW. We shit on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Everybody can get this work.
Yeah.
Everybody can get this work.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Speaking of getting that work,
should we talk about some free agents? Or
yeah, that's the work that I was just about to bring up. Somebody is in the need of work.
We got two people actually, two names that I think are relatively big, and it's funny because I think they're each getting different points of view from people.
If you guys are, we can start with the bottom one. Not
the bottom one?
Yeah, if you watch this show, you know that I'm not a big fan of this guy, but I mean he's good in it. He's good in the ring. His little gimmick of matter of fact, hold on before we do. Put him on the screen.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like me a new thing.
Darby I was going to call him Darby.
Wow.
Marty motherfucking Scroll.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. Mr. Villain Enterprises himself is a free agent. And the biggest topic in all of the phrases of the game, oh shit.
Yeah, every 10 seconds. Oh shit!
But, dude, damn, Carl's the king of eating bullets. Carl's getting buried.
Watch the stream.
Dude, the biggest topic in wrestling in terms of a free agent, the hottest free agent we're looking at right now, he's the big debate is, and I think it's funny though, and it's not if he's going to WWE or AEW. The debate is if he's going to NXT or AEW.
Yes.
That's actually what I find to be funny. Because honestly, if he goes to WWE, NXT, or any, I think he can still be the same person. Vince probably has no choice but to let him have his character freedom.
Well, it's more of Hunter. Because Hunter's more in charge of NXT, so.
Yeah, but the villain, and I understand that all of his boys from the Bullet Club are all in AEW.
He still doesn't even know what the fuck AEW is.
Damn.
If you ever watch Villain Enterprises, he's like, what the fuck is the AEW? Which I think is hilarious, so.
I mean, Jericho name dropped him, was about to name drop him. They got interrupted by the Jungle Book.
Yes.
But, no, man, honestly, I think that either way he can flourish in either one.
Agreed. Like, I know, like, we always joke around with Eddie being, like, the Debbie Downer of the group. But let's be honest for a minute, all right? We can look at the pros and cons of either side. NXT. His fiance, girlfriend, whatever, Deonna Purrazzo, is in NXT. So she's doing the small loop now.
Is that the girl from Jersey Shore?
No,
I always wondered.
No, you're thinking the chubby meatball Dina.
Okay.
No, not that Dina. No. But his girl, Deonna Purrazzo, is down in NXT. NXT is on a national platform, very similar to AEW. It's the counter on the weekdays. You have a guy in Triple H.
He can go back to New Japan.
He could go back to New Japan, but honestly, I think Marty's time in New Japan is pretty much like he's done this thing in the junior division. Him and Ospreay can only fight so many more times, and I don't think it's one of those things like he's going to be pigeonholed as a junior. No matter.
Ospreay's overrated anyway.
Oh jeez. He's going to be pigeonholed.
Yes, that's going to be my new thing.
He's going to be pigeonholed as a junior his entire time there, unless he bulks up, gets in better shape, blah blah blah. I think NXT will present him very well. Especially if they, I don't know what they're going to do with the music. Because personally, I say keep the music. If you're Triple H,
if he goes to WWE, they do know they want to own.
They're going to
want to own the rights to it.
They're going to want to own the rights to the music, buy the rights to the music, because the music makes his character.
I think the only person who I can come off the top of my head who kept his music in WWE from another federation is Ric Flair.
And Punk got his after he won his title when he was doing like his Summer of Punk and Ring of Honor, running the cult of personality. So, yeah, pretty much like you said, it's Flair. Booker T, but they bought WCW, so, at the time.
Even so, Booker T, they added more to it.
Yeah, they added, can you dig it, sucker? Yeah. But I think in NXT, they'll present him very well. I think visually, it will look good. The stage setup is very similar to Ring of Honor stage setup, where they have the large video screen. Yeah, Goldberg's another one. Okay. But, you know what I mean? Like, they have the ability to present him in a way that would look good. Mm-hmm. And if in NXT, you can make him into a star. You have all the guys down there that were pretty much from Ring of Honor and Independence. He'll look good down there. Now, the counterpoint, AEW. It's his boys. He's going to get pretty much whatever the hell he wants from them.
It'll be a clear hill.
Yeah.
And AEW actually does need him.
They need it. Well, he's a villain. Yeah. He's the villain. So, hell, I'm wearing the damn shirt right now. That was not even a coincidence. But you know what I mean? Like, AEW-wise, he could still be presented as a star. He's going to be built up slowly there, even though he could just jump right into the Elite, or he could be the one to bring the Elite together since they're all pretty much going their separate ways right now. So, and it'll be a big shot. I think WWE-wise, NXT would be good for him. Main roster, it ain't going to happen anytime soon. But at the same time, NXT is on national TV now, so they're considered a regular brand. Just like, in my eyes, they're considered a regular brand like everybody else. But to me, I don't know. I personally, I don't care where he goes now. I mean, it would suck if he went to NXT as a fan of the Elite and all that stuff because he's their boy. Like, that's his crew. So, in my eyes, I'm pulling for him to go to AEW, but at the same time, I won't be mad at him if he goes to NXT. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck Marty Skrull. He sold out. He left out. Like, I'm not going to say that he sold out. That's Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say he sold out for any of that shit. Like, personally, like I said, either way, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Ooh, Marty versus the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
What's up with Velveteen? Is he coming back or what, man?
Yeah, he's injured. They say he's gonna be out the rest of the year, maybe.
Okay.
It could be precautionary too. So yeah, Gary just said it too. Him versus Velveteen Dream, Tyler Bate, Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze. Hell, him versus Adam Cole. He's the guy who kicked Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club.
Ciampa.
Yeah, him versus Ciampa. You got him versus Gargano. There's plenty of matches out there. So, you know what I mean? Like, either way he goes.
Fuck it, Keith Lee.
Yeah, have him fight Keith Lee. Have him fight Dijakovic. You know what I'm saying? Him versus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can look like the infiltrator coming from the other side. And they can literally run an angle saying, you're here from the other side.
Yeah.
Like, aside from the smart marks that, know too much shit. But you can literally run that angle like he is the guy.
Victor, just so you know, Marty Skrull ain't ready for the finals.
Look.
He ain't ready for the finals.
The finest job.
Finest job.
And you know what? I'm doubling Ricochet, get your ass back in that hole. How dare you? How dare you attack him? The hell is wrong with you? He's mid-entrance, hair flowing in the wind.
You know,
Jack just the baddest, just doing this. You don't sit there and attack you, bitch. You scared of Kona Reeves. I need a sign on Monday Night Raw, wherever WWE's coming, if anybody's going, I need a sign on the show that says Ricochet fears Kona. Yeah, I need that. I need that in my life, all right? So, attacking Kona Reeves, the hell's wrong with you? But no, like I said, Marty, either way, I'm cool with it. I have faith in NXT. I have faith in AEW. I think either one of them is going to treat him right. So, and if he comes to NXT, he has to be the villain. You cannot change his name. You can't change the gimmick. It would be fucking pointless. If they're doing that,
if he goes anyway and you change his gimmick, I'm going to be upset.
You change that gimmick, you change the mask.
Don't even change it. Please.
Don't change nothing.
Please, just, because we're talking WWE here. Don't start calling him Marty. Don't start calling him Squirrel.
Yeah,
or the villain, or anything else that Vince McMahon just says, this is good shit.
Yeah.
I need to own the rest of you.
Bugenhagen! That's another one. That'd be sensory overload. Sensory overload. Marty versus Bugenhagen. So, shit, him versus Leo, him versus Garza, him versus Gulak. Him versus Gulak, I want to see. Shit, send him to NXT UK.
Walter!
You got him in the UK against fucking guys like Walter, the Imperium, fucking him and Pete Dunne.
Actually, honestly, I need to talk to Walter.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Walter.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Walter.
Another extra burial.
Mr. Walter.
It's not his fault, though. I blame Tim Thatcher. He was driving. Well, it's his car. Shout out to Tim Thatcher, by the way.
Get him, Brian. Just go ahead and get him.
How the hell? Okay, no. See, no, I can't even get mad at that. Like I said, it wasn't his fault. It was in his car. And U.S. champion must be responsible for that title.
Come on, man.
How you going?
He got Jericho, bro. Come
on, see,
bro.
Jericho left the belt by accident. This thing got robbed. Well, how your big ass getting robbed? Dude, you should have walked out there like, motherfucker. Stabbing the shit out of people.
Got a gun out your hand.
What the hell's wrong with you? I'm sorry, if I got a gun and Walter's looking at me, I'm like, no, I'm good. Walk this way. No. Go out there and chase that motherfucker down. You got 3 other motherfuckers in the Imperium. Go get them. Sick them.
Bro. Why? Like, I've never heard about a champion getting robbed for his belt. That was the second time ever.
Yeah.
Ever. In the history of everything.
Crazy.
History. And you're big ass 6'19", 400 pounds.
He's only 6'4". He's all right.
That's a big motherfucking boy on TV, though.
He looks huge. He's only 6'4".
Damn.
Yeah.
My height ain't got a bitch.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'll smack the shit out of Walter. This is to be taken off of the audio version.
Really quick, Gary, about the superhuman thing. Until I see video, I don't believe shit. I want to see the video.
All right. Here's the thing. Number one, I mean, it was cool at that Wrestle Kingdom that you was in that battle royal. You did your whole gimmick. Fuck this shit. The audience did it with you. But you guys have watched the show a bunch of times. You know what my biggest thing is against. So just it's fucking. And I understand that it's alive and well in this day and age, but dude, this day and age. Let it the fuck go. Yo, that word shouldn't be out of your mouth if you know the fucking reasoning behind that word, dude.
Agreed.
Just leave it the fuck alone. I don't want to go on Call of Duty, and because I whooped your ass here, you're a chocolate butt, aren't you? That's why I stopped playing Call of Duty. First of all, another true story about Call of Duty. There was a girl who said, I like black guys. Their mahogany skin turns me on. Fucking mahogany! You couldn't think of anything else? Mahogany, motherfucker? My skin is wood? The fuck? Nah, but seriously though, just
I'm more of a maple guy.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel. And
Yeah,
you know the nougat.
Yeah. He's not here to defend himself, so he's a nougat today.
But dude, man, let it the fuck go. Man.
Like I said,
my nostrils is a little bit wider than yours, you know. My hair when I had it was a little bit nappier than yours. My skin gets ashy when I get up the shower, and you can tell. Unlike yours, it doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Who cares? We're humans.
Exactly.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
And like I said, I need to see the video. See the video, see context. I want proof. Just because somebody came out and said something. Just because people accuse people of stuff every fucking day.
Somebody died on Facebook every other day.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going on. There's always something going on, and there's always he said
yes,
this.
Dominic
he said
Mahogany.
This. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see the proof. Until I see the proof, I ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, we're fans. We joke around it. This is for the juggalos and juggalos. We say it every other time whenever he pops into our head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna bury the kid yet until I see proof or see the video for myself. Then I'll determine it. Because like the Hogan thing, right? We heard about it until we saw the video. Once we heard the video, it's like, oh, you said it like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different thing saying it in a, like, don't get me wrong. Huh?
Who's Hogan?
Yeah, exactly. That Terry Bollea guy.
Yeah, that bastard?
The one that CM Punk said fuck.
That dickhead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
I
like,
agree with CM Punk. Fuck him!
Fuck him. But, you know what I mean? Like, until I see the video, I need to know what happened. Because just because somebody said, oh my God, he called me the N-word. When did he call you the N-word? Over there. It's like two kids tattletaling on each other that are in the other room, and you don't see what the fuck happened. You just know it happened.
You think I'm going to a Portuguese party using the G word? You think I go into an Italian party using the W word?
There's so many different things. Just don't say it.
Talk about how crock-eyed he is.
Yeah.
Shit, talk about how shiny his head is. You know, damn, son, man. But the color of his race joke, come on, man. Stereotype jokes, I'm going to say them all the fucking time.
Stereotypes, yes.
Stereotypical motherfucker. I'm going to put that out there.
Yes.
I understand that it's technically racist. It's fucking funny. All right?
Oh, you mean like Jim Cornette?
Anyway. But
sorry, just throwing that out there.
That wasn't stereotypical. That was just asshole-ish.
No, that was a starvation joke.
Bad taste.
That was a starvation joke.
It still wasn't bad taste.
It wasn't bad taste.
All right.
But the analogy made sense.
Like if I say Jewish people, you know, play a sport. You know,
pretty much. Like we can go like, look at him. He loves the chicken.
I do love the chicken.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, call me any type of stereotype you want. Okay. Fried chicken, hot sauce, delicious.
Watermelon.
It's out there. Watermelon's fucking great. Watermelon's fucking great.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob is fucking. Yeah.
Ribs.
Ribs. Licking.
Shout out to all of the fans down south.
And no, I do not eat a pig from the rooter to the tutor. All right, whoever eats chitlins, y'all some nasty motherfuckers.
Don't judge me. I'm Cape Verde. My mom knows how to cook them right. My mom knows how to cook them right. I don't know.
You a nasty motherfucker.
Until I figured out what it was, and then I really started questioning: do I really want to eat this? I was a kid then. I didn't know.
Nasty, my mama.
Yeah, people eat liver, cow tongue. No,
fuck all that.
Yeah, no, I'm
I don't want to eat
too.
something that can taste me too.
Yeah.
I'm all set with that.
Dominique, I'm a man of 1,000 voices.
Having said that, I will eat something that can taste me too. Never mind. All right, but
really quick, we talk about eating real quick, right? I do want to give a shout out to my boy Drew. Shout out to my boy Drew Hill. Him and his girl just created a new podcast. I do want to shout them out. They're called The Bust Down. This is
Tatiana. Bust it down.
Yeah, it's literally about that. They some freaks. My boy Drew, me and him share the same birthday. He's a cool as fuck dude, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to your girl Chloe. If y'all have a chance, listen to The Bust Down. It's a very adult-oriented, hoish
That means
thing.
they're talking about titties, ass, and now
They talking about hoeing. They talk, and literally the podcast is about hoeing. But I do want to shout them out really quick, man, because Drew's my boy. He's cool as shit. Huh?
I'm a recovered hoe.
Listen to the podcast.
You'll
You'll have a fun time. So, and shout out to Drew. I did listen to the episode. I caught up on episode 2 and 3, man. I heard about the shit you went through, man. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you think. His real name's Andrew, but just Drew Hill. Yes, his last name is Hill.
I mean, what kind of a fucking...
We ain't talking about 5 steps. No.
I mean, what kind of a half-faced person names themselves Andrew?
Well, he didn't name himself. That was his name.
It was obviously a dib.
I know.
Oh, okay. Joke just didn't go over.
Oh, you mean didn't go over like Christopher Daniels all the way over the top rope?
That didn't go over like Big Luther's Jerry curl, because it just didn't quite. Luther's
curl just ain't right.
Just ain't right.
So, but we do have another free agent that we got to discuss.
Let's get him.
All right, ready? I know you want to do it. Oh, I didn't know we were doing drum roll. I thought you were doing the thing.
You totally missed. Get off the screen.
All right, let's try it again.
Get off the screen. Get off the screen.
All right, it's off the screen. And
put it on the screen.
All right, now put it on the screen. It's official. All right, the other guy who is currently a free agent. All right, Mr. Teddy Hart. His contract with MLW has concluded, and he's officially a free agent now.
Yeah, he's the only one out of MLW.
Yeah. So, but oh shit, Mr. Bird just jumped in here. Man, you got buried by Dominique. Just want to throw that out there. But
not as bad as them bullets buried you in Call of Duty. Stick to the Lion King.
Sorry, Mr. Bird.
Stick to the Lion King, Mr. Bird.
Yo, first off, the Lion King game, I tried playing it recently. That same level he was stuck on with the fucking monkeys and shit. You gotta I hate that.
That Stella was fucking tough.
I know.
Well, let's get on to Mr. Teddy.
Mr. Teddy Hart. Yeah, honestly, it's a shame that this guy has been blackballed for so long. I get it. He's a dick. He's an asshole. Yeah. There's a lot of people in wrestling that are dicks and assholes.
Enzo?
Huh? You got Enzo. But honestly, from what I hear, Enzo's not a bad person. Like, he's a caring person. If you know Enzo, they say he's a cool dude. So I'm not going to bury him. But you got people like Randy Orton, who has been known for being a dick. And literally grabbing his dick and shaking hands. A lot suffered with Carl Burke.
She calls him the king of eating bullets.
Oh, Carl, you're going to get buried. But Teddy Hart, right? To me, he's an amazing talent. It sucks because to me personally, I thought he would have kept the Hart legacy going for all these years on WWE.
There's really not many left.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's the last real Hart up until their next generation, like whoever's kids come up next, or like Davey or whatever.
Natalya gonna get knocked up pretty soon.
Yeah. So if TJ ever touches it,
wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Obviously, she's a cat man, not him.
And yes, he does look like Disaster the Battle Rapper. Holy shit.
Damn.
Just a little bit more hair.
Yeah.
But no, Teddy in ring is great. He's very innovative. The moves that this guy comes up with are fucking incredible. He's created half of this shit. And from what I heard, I know everyone talks about P.D. Williams as the creator of the Canadian Destroyer. I always heard it was Teddy.
The first time I seen it was P.D. In fact, the first time I seen it done, after he stopped doing it for a long time, it was only him.
Yeah.
It was only him.
Yeah, and Teddy hits it in like so many different ways. He does a cradle version of it. He hits that shit from the top.
Like Dustin did one last week.
Yeah. So Dustin's one wasn't too bad.
Dude, first of all, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but when that man lost his breath, he was like, hang on.
That shit was great. He's like, hold on. Whew. All right, let's go, Sammy. Spot! Slam. That's how you hit a power slam, Cody.
That was funny. So. That was awful.
Gotta throw that in there. But all right, but with Teddy, right? He has been seen down in NXT. Mm-hmm. To me, if he goes to NXT, he needs to be a trainer. As much as I would love to see him as a wrestler in NXT, he's too old for them. The time is like not passed him by because he can still go in the ring. He can definitely go in the ring.
Oof, that Doomsday Device Destroyer. Yeah, man.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Shit, you see, this motherfucker has zero. Like, we talk about Penta having zero fear, so does Teddy.
Zero.
Shit. So, and personally, and this isn't me being an AEW mark or any of that shit, I would love to see him in AEW. I want to see him versus Kenny again. I'd rather see him teaming up with Jack Evans than fucking Angelico,
Did you just say Omega?
Yeah, Kenneth Jerome Omega, as Carl would say.
First of all, his name is Kenneth L. Omega.
And his real name's actually Tyson.
It's still Kenneth L. Omega, all right? The fucking, matter of fact, it's Kenneth L.O.
He has more wins than the Cowboys.
Who doesn't? All right? I got more wins than the Cowboys, okay? The Dolphins. I'm sorry.
Oh,
the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yo, dude, at this point, man, is there really anything that we can say about the Cowboys that'll be worse than what they're putting out every Sam week?
No, it's just like it's a train wreck that we know is going to happen. Yeah. Where Stephen A. says, accident waiting to happen.
That's like watching Nia Jax versus Brandy in the Last Girl Standing match. An hour-long Iron Woman match.
Done. I'm going to head up.
That's terrible, bro. It was terrible. Terrible.
That's terrible, Kyle. Why the hell would you say such things? What the hell? So, Kenny Olivier, yes, as Jim Cornette likes to call him. But no, Teddy, to me, he would have so many fun matches in AEW if he was to go there. Him versus Penta, again, would be great. Him versus Phoenix would be great because they wrestled in Mexico. Him versus Jack, him versus Sammy. Or him with Jack as a team again. The Hart Foundation 2.0, if they want to redo that. It does open up the doors for when Davey decides he wants to leave MLW or New Japan and wants to come to the States. He doesn't have to deal with the shit that's going on WWE.
Great destination for him, and it's actually going to transition to the next topic, although I got him behind on it. Mm-hmm. I'd rather see him in NWA than anything else.
That would be fun.
They need that would be a perfect place for him. And speaking of Mrs. Brickhouse's house.
Yes.
And put it on the screen. This is coming to pay-per-view screens across the country.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Yeah. And I gotta admit, I'm behind since the whole Jim Cornette thing, so I'm gonna let Brian Take it over, baby.
All right, I'm gonna take this over because I'm gonna pull up the card right now, really quick. I apologize, I didn't have the card ready.
Kept the logo up if you wasn't ready.
Yeah, it's okay. People see what we're doing.
You know,
it's all right. Yeah. But no, like I said, my favorite show right now has been NWA Power. I love the show. I think it's so much fun. It's old school. It's storytelling. It's
so a white man pins a guy.
It's literally storytelling. Like to me, this is so much fun. So I'm going to throw out some of the names of the card next week. I do want to do a more in-detailed version of this and do like a little video or something like that. But I just want to go over the card really quick because this shit looks fire to me. There is going to be a spoiler, so Kyle, I'm going to get the spoiler out of the way right now. Your new NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express.
Done.
Wow. I didn't even have a chance to finish that.
Bro, you want to talk about old school fields and you bring up the oldest two in wrestling history? Like, these dudes are the literally
65 and 63.
They survived every era of wrestling.
And
they survived the old generation.
Yep.
They survived the new generation. They survived the Attitude Era.
Yep.
They survived the NWO era. Mm-hmm. They survived the fucking PG era. Mm-hmm. They survived Ruthless Aggression era. They survived the prehistorical era.
The golden age of wrestling.
The Roman. Shit, when the Emperor was up there watching wrestling matches like this or this, they were in the main event.
That's right.
All right, continue.
And you know what? They still got it.
I can't believe they still got it.
They still got it.
This man's jumping off the top rope.
This man's hitting Canadian Destroyer. It's like
assisted.
Huh?
Assisted.
His Hurricanranas are on point.
Oh yeah, they are.
Or Frankenstein, or however. Shit, it was around before Frankenstein.
No, that was not the Frankenstein in his day. That was just a backflip.
It was a head scissor takeover front flip, or head scissor takeover backflip. But no, your new NWA champions, the Rock and Roll Express, are taking on the wild cards of Thomas Lattimore, aka Bram, and Royce Isaacs.
Give it up, Bram.
Huh?
I'm giving it to Brown.
Yeah, you going with the wild card to get the titles back?
Only because it's an event. They got to wrestle more than 10 matches, and I'm not sure that those men are in shape to do
that. You never know.
All right, continue on. I got to take a commercial break.
All right, well, Mr. Chapman's taking a commercial break. I'm going to go over a little bit more of the card. There's a triple threat match for the NWA National Championship between Colt Cabana, Ricky Starks, and your current champion. Oh, I'm sorry. Colt Cabana, your current champion, Ricky Starks, and Aaron Stevens, a.k.a. the formerly known as Damian Sandow. This, to me, is going to be a fun little match. The storyline between Ricky Starks and Aaron Stevens has been hilarious. Right now, Colt Cabana's in that little stage where I think he's going to keep the belt because it's one of those things that, like, you know, I feel like Stevens and Starks have a better storyline. Unless they're going to try to transition Colt into the world title picture, I don't see him dropping this title right now. The next singles match is a match that I'm going to be a fan for. And anybody who's watching NWA right now is probably going to pop when I say this name. Actually, there's two names I'm going to throw out there. And I wish Kyle was here really quick because he's going to get a kick out of this one. My boy, Mr. Karate, the question mark. Yes, I think he's over as fuck. It's hilarious. It's a fun gimmick. It's pure comedy. Let's see. He's going to be going against... Mr. Chapman, really quick before I tell you the opponent.
Yeah.
The question mark.
Okay.
Have you seen him wrestle yet?
I have not.
You have not seen the karate?
No.
Okay. Well, the question mark, who's one of the most over guys right now currently in the NWA.
Actually, it's half.
Yeah. Is the mask on?
Yeah.
He is going against Trevor Murdoch. And it's probably going to be the opening match of the card. So,
really quick. Trevor Murdoch, you know.
And shout out to Trevor Murdoch. He liked another one of my tweets. Yo, we're getting a lot of likes from wrestlers this week on Twitter. He actually liked the tweet because they were asking where you're going to be watching the show from. I said Rhode Island. He gave us a shout out. So
cool.
Shout out to Trevor Murdoch. For me, I feel like the question mark's on fire. He hasn't lost yet, and he's on too much of a roll. That guy is like fucking Bugenhagen. Like
he's not Bugenhagen.
Right now in NWA, he's over as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
He is over as fuck. The next match, but for that match, I think I'm going to go with question mark. I think, like I said, he's going to roll over him. The next matchup is a tag team matchup. It is the NWA Women's Champion Allison Kay and Ashley Vox, who's actually from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
We saw her at Beyond Wrestling when we were there. They were teaming up with Shark Boy against a combination of...
Shark Boy.
Yeah.
Me and you going to have to beef, man.
You sure you want that smoke? Not even that smoke. You sure you want that seaweed?
And that's that fishing line.
You want that seaweed?
And that's the fishing line.
But no, they're going to take on a combination of one of these three women. Thunder Rosa, who I am like obsessed with now. She is a heel women's wrestler. That chick is bad.
Okay.
Or it's either going to be her, Marty Bell, or the returning Melina.
With the titties?
Yes. Miss Splits, get into the ring with the Splits.
Enroll there?
Former Mrs. Morrison.
But she has like really, 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 really big personality.
Yeah, she does, and her photos prove it.
Yeah.
Yes. Have been researched, and another one that's confirmed.
Oh, okay.
And then we have another matchup. But for that one, I'm going to go with the team of Thunder Rosa, Marty, and Melina for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like a heel really needs to win this match because Allison Kay is champion. Ashley Vox is probably going to sit there and eat the L for the team. So that's my pick for right now. The Battle of the Mouths. The slick-talking, just assholes. We have... Can I do it?
Get him.
Mr.
Wait for it.
Anderson. Versus Mr. Eli Drake. These are two guys who just talk shit. Eli Drake. Two guys who talk shit. And honestly, right now, I'm going with Eli Drake. That guy right now in the storyline has been the shit stirrer of the entire show.
Not going up against Anderson.
Huh?
Not going against Anderson.
You're not going against Anderson?
I'm not going against Anderson.
All right. Well, I have to go with Eli because right now he's been the one stirring the pot on the show. He's the guy who's like throwing little words in there, getting people hyped up and stuff.
I just got an idea.
What you got?
On that match.
Yes.
Loser.
We gonna put some duo on the skip?
Has to go a month with praising the favorite wrestler of the victor.
But you know what the problem is?
What?
We enjoy the same people.
Roman Reigns?
No, we're talking about the longest reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champions of all time.
The future?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we all know what the future is.
It is.
Iconic!
We can't discuss them because that's just too great. That's
a little too easy.
Greatness. That's just greatness.
All right, so we're gonna talk. So I'll have to speak about Roman Reigns for a month.
And I guess I can give credit to Kenneth L. Omega.
Who said that was my favorite wrestler?
Okay, so who's your favorite wrestler?
Curry Man.
Fuck God.
That's how you win $1,000 bet, ladies and gentlemen. But no.
Wait a minute.
Is that a deal? You must talk about Curry Man?
For a month.
For a month straight. All right, Curry Man. Here we go. All right, but no, I'm going to go with Eli Drake on this one. Like I said, I think he's a shit talker. He stirs the pot and all this other stuff. And then we're going to go to the final match of the night, which is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis, defending against the Cowboy James Storm. Man, this seems interesting to me.
Time for a title change.
You think so?
It's got to be the first one. And they're going to beat AEW in doing it.
Ooh.
Cowboy turned down NXT for a reason.
You know something?
And that could lead up to a great... Dude, they put on great shows in Impact.
Yes. Oh, and another thing really quick about this match. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match where the second fall, the referee for the match will be former NWA World Champion Tim Storm. And there's a storyline in that, too. Honestly, I'm with you.
I got to say it, man, because Aldis has had a good lucky streak in the NWA. I mean, he got Camille Brighouse with him.
Well, actually, right now she's not even going to be at the pay-per-view for him.
But that sounds unlucky. Sorry.
Yeah.
About your
damn luck. But man, right now I'm with you. I'm feeling James Storm on this one, man. I think, like you said, maybe it is time for a child.
Sir!
Sweet Charlotte, baby.
Sir! You will not besmirch for the great names of the longest... Actually, they're not the longest reigning anymore.
Former longest reigning. As a matter of fact, did she ever win at WrestleMania?
She don't.
No, last time I checked, Jennifer Ross. Nope.
How about Charmel? Is she?
Nope.
No.
It was a valet shoot.
Yeah. With King Booker!
You gotta accentuate it. Yeah. But no, like I said, I agree with you. I think James Storm, it is time for a title change. And shout out to Nick Aldis. Like I said, he would have been on my list for Wrestler of the Year. The guy's been champion for over a year now.
Is it me or is Hangman Page a great value, James Storm. I said
Wow. Wow. I'm only saying that because I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, damn, you might be right on that one. Shit.
Eddie, that one.
Oh, man. Cowboy. Sorry,
Great
Hangman.
value. EBT cards.
Sorry, Hangman, but damn. I'm savage.
I'm sorry, but it's right. He's right. Someone had to say it.
Man, oh man. But yeah, that's pretty much the card for NWA Into the Fire next weekend. I will be watching it at some point. It's going to be fun. Damn, I can't believe you said that about fucking Hangman. I'm like, oh shit.
All right, and that's what things about covered. We got some final thoughts.
Final thoughts for this week.
I got one.
You got one? Go right ahead.
All right. In terms of women's wrestling, we're pretty much in agreement that Impact, the Knockouts division, has been carrying the women's wrestling.
Oh, we're gonna talk about this, yes.
But there's one. No. I don't want to get that. I don't want to go there. We're gonna say that for Eddie.
Okay.
There is certain somebody who is widely renowned in the wrestling world as one of the best, and to some people's opinion, I don't know why, the best female woman wrestler ever. And I just got a quick question. What the fuck are they doing with Charlotte Flair? Dude, like, honestly, I understand that everybody was tired of all of her title reigns, her being in all of the main events. But damn, they've just put her in obscurity. It's pretty much garbage time for her right now, bro.
But you know something? It's not her. It's the company. You don't develop new stars, people are going to flounder. Eventually, 50-50.
She's just...
50-50 booking doesn't work anymore.
She's in neutral right now, bro.
Yeah, like I haven't listened to the podcast with Corey Graves yet where they were talking, but they said Corey even said that he told her to her face, like, yo, it feels like you're just in autopilot. She's like, yeah, I know. Like, and she liked I guess he tweeted it out and she retweeted it or whatever. I agree. It sucks because Charlotte's great. We say it all the time. She's one of the greatest women's wrestlers maybe ever. You know, there's still time to tell, but as of right now, the girl's been around for 7 years now and has been great since.
She's gotten to Raw and it's just been like week old bread, bro. It's just stale.
It's time, man. Time's gonna heal all wounds, but as of right now, it's just man. You know, it's not personal. It's man.
Yeah, you're about 1 week away from being burial of the week.
Quite possibly.
I mean, the titties will still be out, on the ground, but you know.
So, and is it sad that Charlotte does a better moonsault than Christopher Daniels now?
Oh, she does.
Sorry, Chris.
She does.
It's gonna be a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
But really quick, I know Gary's been asking this question in the chat a couple of times, and I do want to address this.
Oh, that's a good one. Give me a second.
Well, no. This is the reason why I wanted to bring something up to you. I wish Eddie was here to discuss it, but I want to see what your opinion is. What would you think? Because we do talk about a lot of the same shit really quick. Or we talk about a lot of the same shit over and over again. Can we do an episode dedicated to the past decade of pro wrestling? Where we pick our top 5 matches of the decade, top 5 wrestlers of the decade, storylines of the decade, something like that, and just build it up and have like an event type show where we don't have to sit here and bury people every week.
Well, of the last 10 years, who's put on better performances than the Iconics?
Well, that's hard. I mean, for us, it's easily defined.
Not nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at WrestleMania. Come on. Who got a better record? Undertaker 8 L's at WrestleMania.
And he got 2 of them.
Yeah, he got 2 of them. The Iconics? Donut. Rob Van Dam, he was too high to remember. Actually, Van Dam's record's actually good too. But like, would you be interested in doing a show like that where it gives us like some time, like a week or so, to actually come up with a list? We all figure it out and go from there. Definitely. All right, Eddie, we'll hit you up. So before we answer that, we really want to make it something different because the year's almost over. We've done a lot of shit. We've talked a lot of shit, and let's sum it up and end it in a better way.
I can do a real good way to end this year. Chris Jericho wrestle against anybody with a win. Anybody would make a great year at the end if Chris Jericho wrestles anybody on the roster with the win. Brandon Cutler is going into the ring. He's on Brandon Cutler time. All right. Wow. Joey Janela has been put on better shows than Jungle Boy's been carried by Luchasaurus. Literally, you can watch their entrance.
Gary, you might have stole my number 1. But number 1 and number 2, he's definitely, for me personally, he's going to be on my list. That man will be on my list. Just so you know. But yeah, no, continue. So you were finishing up about the Impact women?
No, I didn't want.
Oh, that was the
we're
whole thing.
not going to do that until Eddie gets here.
Okay, but I will say this, piggybacking off.
What the hell is my right hand man, man?
I don't know. For my final rant, then.
Go ahead.
I do want to piggyback on Impact because 2 weeks ago, I had a fucking ball watching that throwback episode.
Okay.
That shit was great. The Rough Riders are the most dominant faction I've ever seen. They come on you harder than anybody has ever come on you before. Did you hear that? Please tell me you heard the promo. Please tell me you heard the promo. Yeah. Jessica Havoc saying the doors are open or the holes are open all night long. That was great. I'm sorry. Tim Burr? That was hilarious. Downtown became the champion, baby. He beat that jive turkey Julian Cumberbund. Come on, so that if you're a wrestling fan and you did not watch that episode, go back 2 weeks and watch Impact. They literally just had a fucking ball. Those were just, and this is what I love about Impact, and I always tell people give Impact a chance because they're fucking awesome. And Ronaldo, you're in here, so you can attest to it too.
Ronaldo doesn't watch Impact. He loves WWE.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ronaldo
Ronaldo's gonna bury you for that.
Ronaldo loves WWE.
He will bury you.
Ronaldo got a Vince McMahon tramp stamp.
Thank you, Gary. The Rough Riders was fire. I'm sorry. Gymnasium?
Yeah.
Race tracks? Come on, son. They eat those L's. I'm sorry. That was great. This is where when I talk about the whole casual fans starting to become the smart marks and being assholes, it's shit like this. This to me is fun wrestling. That was 2 hours I enjoyed. Do you realize what Don Callis' name was on commentary? His name was Sexton Hardcastle. Do you know who Sexton Hardcastle is? No, seriously. Do you? Quick question in the chat before you answer it. Fun trivia question: who is Sexton Hardcastle? Let me know if anybody in the chat knows that because I really. Yeah, actually, Havoc's not a bad-looking girl. She's really not. She's a little thick, you know what I mean? But I enjoy my thickness. But no, quick in the chat. I would love to know if anybody can tell me who Sexton Hardcastle was before I finish my rant. But no, Impact. Bravo to you. That shit was great. That shit was fun. That looked hilarious. Falaba was talking. Him and D'Lo Brown were a tag team.
Shout out to the homie Fala.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit to me was great. That's what entertainment is. Like, that's what I mean about having fun with what you're doing. And I always tell people, if you don't watch Impact for, because you think all the shit sucks or whatever, give them a chance. Because that is definitely a locker room that is behind themselves. They know what they're trying to do. They're saying, fuck the world. We're going to bring wrestling back and we're going to have fun with it. And leave RVD alone.
He's living his best life.
He is living his best life. His girlfriend got a girlfriend that he got to pay for.
My girl got a girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? Like, leave RVD alone, man. But I'm sorry. Impact 2 weeks ago, bravo. That was fun. That was great. People shit on it. I thought it was entertaining. For 2 hours, I enjoyed that shit way more than I did a Raw in a long time.
Actually, Raw a couple of weeks ago was really good.
Huh?
Raw a couple of weeks ago was really good.
Yes. All right, so nobody knows the Sexton Hardcastle. Mr. Chapman, do you know who Sexton Hardcastle was?
Break it down for him, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sexton Hardcastle, even though Don Callis was using the name, was the original name of Mr. Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge.
Edge!
Yeah, so Rich Swann was a pizza delivery guy. He had a pizza and everything. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yes, the rated R superstar was Sexton Hardcastle.
Was indeed Sexton Hardcastle. Yes, but I just want to throw it out there. To me, it was all fun. It was a joke. In Impact, like I said,
Katie Forbes has the greatest entrance in wrestling history.
Yep. Sorry, Melina. You've been overtaken. Scarlett Bordeaux, where you at, though? I know you're in NXT. Hurry up.
Beautiful people. No, she's kind of in a place where they want to water her down, though.
Who, Scarlett?
Yeah.
In NXT? Oh, yeah. She's going to get watered down a lot. She's going to be covered up.
All right, but we do got to.
Thank you, Ronaldo. Yes, Ronaldo got it right.
We do got to go ahead and wrap this up.
Yes, it was fun, Eddie. We wish you were here for this.
Fucking Eddie. Who really wants responsibilities and jobs and shit? You know what I mean? We supposed to be out here talking about wrestling.
Wrestling.
I'm not making money. Speaking of making money, buy a UWO t-shirt.
That's right.
Buy one, get one for the same exact price.
That's right. I know Christmas sale. Who knows? I'll talk to the woman about it. Yes, get UWO t-shirts. We have the stuff in stock, so if you need them, we got you.
Tweet us.
At UWO.
Shit!
What?
Wrestling Awards today.
That's right. No, they're tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow.
Really quick, yeah, I do want to promote that real quick because they have been hitting me up. Tomorrow night, I have the website posted on the UWO page. Well, it's on YouTube. But look up the Wrestling Hub. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, they are going to be doing the award show. We are indeed, like we said, 3-time nominated for the award show. They actually hit us up to do something for next year, too. They actually want about 26 different podcasts, and they DM me about us doing something for them for next year.
Cool.
So, but yeah, don't forget, if you guys have nothing to do, check it out. Hopefully we win something. Again, thank you guys for all the people who voted for us and showing us support. Like we always say, we appreciate the hell out of you. We love the chat. This shit's fun as hell.
Just appreciate Dominique's throwbacks.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, shit! That's the best things with it. I'm sorry, Dominique. I'm not throwing you under the bus whenever she gets shot. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit!
Like, shit in a Texas accent? Oh, shit!
Yes.
Oh, shit!
It's so great. So, but yeah, no, and like I said, the Call of Duty thing, if y'all want to jump in on this, hit us up with a message. We will add you to the little group that we're in. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't win, we're going to burn them down. Oh, thank you for saying burn them down. You didn't say burn it down. Yeah, so, hey, check it out on YouTube. Like I said, Twitter, the Wrestling Podcast, or the Wrestling Hub, the Rant, they're going to be ones hosting it tomorrow. So, like I said, hopefully we win. Fingers crossed.
And if we do, Eddie said he's going to put that award right here.
There is an actual award, too.
Oh, cool.
They had on the YouTube page, they have an unveiling of what the awards are.
Oh, beautiful.
So there will be an actual award.
I want one.
Yes. Hopefully
I want
we get
one.
one. I don't know.
I want one.
Hopefully you guys voted for us.
I want one, man.
How do we not win Best Comedy?
Because we're fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
You know?
Did you not hear what we just said about Christopher Daniels?
The fallen angel.
It was like wrestling.
Fail.
He was like fighting the blow-up doll from New Japan without the blow-up doll.
Mama, this is Sheila. Christopher fail.
It's so wrong. Like, did we not do a Bobby Roode mustache like revival of that?
Hey, I mean, you know, Neville was the man gravity forgot.
They remember Daniels. They remember Chris. That's
His greatest match ever was against Gravity, man.
This is so wrong. I love Christopher Daniels. That's so wrong. But yes, thank you again for all the support and stuff. And Mr. Chapman, anything else?
10-second runoff.
10-second runoff?
10 seconds.
All right. Well,
9 seconds.
We will see you guys
8 seconds.
next week.
7 seconds.
All right.
6
seconds.
Seconds.
Gary just seen it.
5 deaths for Carl Bird.
Oh, boy.
In the 10 seconds that I was just counting down.
Wow.
4 seconds.
It's almost that fast.
Damn.
Damn. He spawns right in front of you.
3
Love you, Carl.
3 seconds.
We'll see how.
2 seconds. I cut it.